Hands. Okay. I've said my spiel. I've belted out my dedication and all that. I'm sorry. I know that took a while, but it was totally necessary. So now there will be no dilly-dallying. I'm just going to run past everything. I just wanted to get there so I could say that dedication. And that fireball really helped me wake up for this. So let's go. Let's get this over with. I don't advocate drinking at all, but in this case, I felt it was appropriate. Because I don't normally condone or very much like drinking to become funny. You know, a lot of people will do like, oh, take a shot every time you die in Dark Souls. I've never been like that. I believe you should hone yourself and your own skills at being funny. You know, just because I slur my words or bumble here and there, I can do that when I'm sober, for God's sakes. Man, that burns in the back of your throat. Goodness me. So come along, Gwyn. Oh shit. Did I? Kinda. Okay. Let's go. Final boss. I'm beating you now, Gwyn. You Colossus. The old god. The husk of the man. That's who my father is now. He's a husk. And he killed me. 6, ring slot number 2. We just gotta parry this guy. He's easy as bit. You know what? Perfect. Perfect opportunity to show you what I planned. Reinforced club, take a backseat for a second. Dagger, come to me. That's the one. There we go. We're gonna do something a little bit tricky. So, get this. This is something that I tried a long time ago, and I'm going to try to do now. So, essentially, the way that you normally can beat Gwyn quite easily is just by parrying him. It takes a little bit of training because he swings very quickly, but you can parry him quite well. The interesting thing that I found is if you can stab him with this knife in particular, it does an ass load of damage. And if you can get it combined with Power Within and the red ring of, the red Tearstone ring, the sad ring, the Tearstone ring, it's very dangerous. And the window of opportunity is very, very small. But I'm going to try it at least once, because I wanted to let you guys know what I've tried this setup before, killing Gwyn. I've tried to stab him like this with very little success. But if you can stab him like this, at least with Power Within going, it takes off like a third of his health. It takes off a lot of it. So if I can get Power Within going, back off. It's going to be very tricky business. Here we go. Run. Because the red Tearstone ring only activates when you're below, I think, 10% health. So, and it drains a bit of health every second. So, let's try to wombo combo this at least once. Not a lot. I've just kind of been throwing this in for a giggle. Come on, Gwyn. Try to hit me. Not grab. Silly. Here we go. Betcha that did an ass load of damage to him. glug it up. Piss. Piss. 1. I'm not a child any longer. As a matter of fact, ooh. Ooh. My heart rate just skyrocketed. Whoa, that feels weird. Why not? Why not, indeed. 21. Maybe? No. You know what? That's okay. I don't need to roll. I just gotta defend. Well, actually, no, I do need to roll. What am I talking about? There we go. Paladin. Good stuff. You know, in all reality, I really should just be trying to do it with this, because I'll bet you with this upgraded knife, we're doing more damage with Power Within combined than we would with the Reinforced Club. Because the Reinforced Club is good, but it only does 100... Whoa, I thought I fell off. It only does 100 critical damage, as opposed to the knife, which I think does 130. So let's just try this out a couple times. Hey, you stepped on me. Did that do damage? Yes. Just a little. Man, I'm sweating now. Oh, I don't know what the hell that fireball did. I only took like a shot in the head. Well, no, that was more like 2 shots of whiskey. So we'll see. Sweat is definitely perspiring on my brow, but I don't know if that's because of what I've done alcohol-wise, or because it's hot in here, or perhaps because this is the final fucking boss of Dark Souls, and I'm so excited. Come on, try to hit me. Oops. Shit. Okay, there we go. Bye. There we go, there we go, there we go. Mask of the Father. Why the hell not? It seems appropriate. Giant Dad. A Colossus. Hey! No need to back off. Gwyn! We're just having a fun little chat. You and I. Come on. Come on. Fuck you. Fuck. Damn, he's strong. That's an 8. You know what? I'm gonna take that as no more dagger. I know that's technically should be pyromancy, but I'm gonna take that as no more dagger. Because the dagger's the really strong thing here. Let's take it off. Put back on the Reinforced Club. And you know what? I'll take this one off too. I'll switch them up. Boop. Badoop. Yeah, there's nothing else here that I could really use, because this is just a parry fight. You know, I could realistically beat this guy with just the dagger. Ooh. I could beat this guy with just the dagger and I wonder if this works. No. What if I took off my pants? Yes. Whew, the dagger and my hand. I could beat him like that. You can beat Gwyn very easily. As a matter of fact, you know I just took the knife off right now, but I'm replacing the weakest weapon with the knife. No more cestus. I'm not gonna do that. We're gonna do this with the knife. If it comes down to it with a bunch of 8s, I'm just gonna stab him. Because, to be honest, that's how I feel sometimes about my dad. Not that I want to stab him. Don't get me wrong, I'm not violent like that. I'm just really disappointed in the guy. I would never think about stabbing anybody. Well, unless they were attacking me. But I feel like if I hound my dad about getting a job when he knows he's a failure, because that's how he thinks too. I can see it in his eyes. I feel really bad about it. That's the thing, is I don't take any joy out of him failing, you know. It's seeing an old man try something and fail. And that's what Gwyn did. Gwyn did the exact same thing my dad did. He stopped a naturally progressing thing, aka him losing his job. He didn't pick it back up. He just decided to try and recapture some of his glory by lying. And I'm sorry, Dad. You should have let us all go dark. You should have just let us known. I'm sorry. Frick. This guy doesn't look like my dad, but give it 10 years. God damn. Frick. You heard the shield bang. You heard the shield bang. That's a 4. Legs. If I had parried just a second before, we can do this. I'm sorry, guys. This is the final boss, and it's a weirdly interesting boss because... Oh, I don't have anything on my legs anyway. It's a weirdly interesting boss because... design-wise, you can just parry him. It's really hard, as you can see. His patterns are very erratic. And trying to beat him without parrying is incredibly difficult, because he hits like a fucking truck. You know, he's still the hatchet after all that. He may have dulled a little bit, but he can still get you. Yeah, I'm not killing all these knights every single time. Forget that. But man, the first time I came in here, it was so amazing. It was just awe-inspiring to see this giant place. Like, where are we? Where is this? We're underground, so where are we? This is the kiln. This is arguably the center of the world. At least in Lordran, anyway. But what's interesting is Gwyn and my dad did something similar. They sacrificed their honor and power in order to do something that they thought would help. My dad quit his job and didn't look for another one because he thought it would help my sister. He thought that if he became her live-in nurse, you know, maybe then he could prevent some seizures and keep her from almost fucking dying. And in that regard, it's very noble. But it's just gone on for too long. Same with Gwyn. He tried to restart, and he did. He restarted the first flame, and he started the world anew. But now, he's just a hollow. You're just a hollow version of yourself, and I'm sorry. This has to come to an end. Good lord. That's a 7, everybody. That's a 7. So now I have to parry him with my hand. This will be tough, but not impossible. Ooh. What the heck? Didn't mean to do that. I meant to put on that one. Anyway. It's not the failure that hurts. It's the constant living with it that's just awful. For example, Gwyn, if he was more aware, he would know that there are demons and monsters and suffering, and the undead curse is back. You know, he restarted the first flame because the undead curse was taking over, and he wanted a way to stop it. So he threw himself in the fire to hopefully stop the curse, and it did. For a long time it did. But now, the fire is fading, like it always does. The fire always fades. And we have a choice in Dark Souls. We can either let it burn out or we can throw ourselves into it. We can literally inherit the fire. Or we can let it go dark, whatever that means. Whatever that means. And this is why I wanted to get the, not the framped dialogue, but that's why I went through the trouble of killing the 4 kings, so we could see the Dark Lord thing. The Dark Lord dialogue with him. 1 second, I do need to focus. We just have to parry him a few times and he's done. He has a very smart AI. He knows when you're healing. He's like Santa Claus. He knows when you're backing away to try to heal. See, he does that. He tries to sweep you. His weapon is incredibly powerful. See, if I hadn't had that in the way. Whoopsie. Ah! Bleh. Squanch. Gotcha. 2 chest. Okay. This is not going to take nearly as long as frickin' Manos. The run back to him, if anything, takes longer than the actual boss fight. I do wonder... I do wonder how much longer the run is from Manos, you know, from here to there, comparatively. Now, this is the really interesting part, because I don't know how much damage I'm doing to Gwyn. And I know I'm being kind of lame by just attacking him, you know, or parrying him. Not attacking him, that would be... Well, you can't beat him without attacking him. You know, this is a guy where I really... This is an instance where I really applaud whoever the fuck beat Dark Souls without getting hit. Because how do you do that without taking any damage? The intensity and the amount of practice that you must have to do in order to beat this boss first try without taking any damage. I mean, come on. I mean, I could maybe see it depending on the build you have, if you're really like rocking a magic build, but even still. Gwyn requires precise timing and masterful parrying. He's a test of all your parry skills that you've accumulated. And man, if you mess up even once, the punishment is so intense. Oh, God. Oh, I got all the way over there. What do you know? He swings at you. Ah! You faked me out. I hate when he does that fast one. God only knows how much health I have right now. He knows when I'm trying to back off. But do you know when I'm gonna do that? He does, kinda. Shit, too late. What? That was weird. I believe I only need to parry him 4 times. With how strong this weapon is. Frick! 7! You can't do anything about that. Sorry. Whew, I feel much better. I feel much, much better now that I've gotten that off of my chest. My darkest secret. Tell me... You know what? Don't tell me. I was going to say, tell me if you think that was worth the build-up, but you know what? That goddamn was. That's the worst story that I have to say. You know. That's the worst one. And I know that I'm fortunate that that's the worst one, but... You know, there's people out there who've been raped. People who've been... Well, fuck. People who've been murdered. People who've never even gotten as far as I have, you know. But... The suffering isn't over yet, for me anyway. Because unfortunately, this is a really dark confession, I know. But I know I'm going to outlive everybody. You know, if an accident doesn't carry me away, I'm going to outlive my dad and my mom. And probably my sister. People with cystic fibrosis don't usually live past 30. And she's 20, 21 right now. So, I got more heartache in the future, and I know it. It's inevitable, really. And that's the joy and the curse of opening yourself up to other people and caring about them. Is you lose them. You know? You just lose them. But you can't think of it like that, in my opinion. You can't think of life like that. You gotta just appreciate every good moment. And even if the moments stop happening, you know, they will. We're all still alive. And that's something, you know? And that's one thing that I think Dark Souls misses. For all its gravity and intensity, is we're still alive. And as long as we're alive, things can get better, you know? Things only stop when you're dead. For example. That's 6. Oh, that's ring slot number 2 again. Okay. And he goes back to wait for us. Ring slot number 2. So now, can I roll? No. Can I roll now? Yes. You know, what can I say? It's a sucky situation for us all to live in, but you know, knowing that we have a beginning, middle, and end, that's something, you know? Even if we don't have it as long. And even if we make mistakes. And you know, in a way, I forgive my dad. I forgive him for doing what he did, because maybe I would have done things differently, but I can't measure everybody by what I would do. That's unfair. That's really unfair. Because I don't know. If I was in his shoes, maybe I would have done the same. And even if not, you know, worse things could have happened. And in all honesty, where I am now, and the fact that I'm still able to talk to you guys, you know, that symbolizes that I'm okay. I still have electricity pumping into the computer. I still have free time. 7. I still have free time to, well, here come all the 7s. I still have the free time to, you know, to do this, to record and render and edit and upload. You know, that's something. And even if my videos don't get a lot of views, the fact that I just maybe have changed 1 or 2 lives, I mean, I think that's important. I think that's really important, you know? Why not?